Let's go over the state of the legal challenges by the Trump administration to the election outcome. The most important one, and the only one that could stall the inauguration of Joe Biden, is in Pennsylvania, where the Trump administration has filed with the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court. All right. They want a stay of the vote until the ballots filed after Election Day, November 9th, November 3rd, I should say, after Election Day, are thrown out. Now, that's not likely to happen in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, so it'll be appealed up into the Supreme Court. I don't know if the court's going to take it or not. Depends on the wording, because the Trump administration basically said, look, the authorities in Pennsylvania illegally violated their own law, and you, the federal government, are going to have to stop it. Okay, so that is in play, and that's really, in my opinion, humble opinion, the only one that could put the brakes on. There's another lawsuit in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, in Allegheny and Philadelphia, Allegheny County, that observers were not allowed to watch the vote count. And I think that's true in some cases. But does it rise? No. And again, in my opinion, this is all my opinion. Now, in Michigan, where the vote is a little bit more, see, it's about 45,000 in Pennsylvania, it's about 150,000 in Michigan. The Trump administration is suing Wayne County, saying they violated all kinds of laws, and the status is pending. The suit is in the U.S. District Court, so it's higher than the suit in Pennsylvania. Now, the problem with all of this is, if the Supreme Court ultimately decides to put a stay on the election, there'll be violence in this country. You know there will be. All right? So what we see in Portland, what we've seen in Seattle, Minneapolis, Kenosha, Wisconsin, you can see it everywhere. Big violence. So the court knows that. And authorities know that. And therefore, that is a factor in these rulings. Maybe it shouldn't be. Certainly the Constitution does not say, well, if you're afraid there's going to be violence, you shouldn't rule the proper way. The Constitution does not say that. The law is the law. But it better be pretty darn big. And because you got to take into account the psychology of the Supreme Court justices. Now, 3 of them are never going to vote to stop the election. Those are the liberal justices. But the other 6 could. I don't believe Roberts would. So that's 4 that won't. And I don't know about Amy Coney Barrett. I mean, she's never been tested. So all of this is speculation. But what isn't speculation is that the 2 lawsuits that are very serious, one in Michigan and one in Pennsylvania, are winding their way up. Now, as you know, in early December, the states will certify the vote. Once that happens, that's it. Once the certification happens, the feds are not going to intervene. So we have about 3 weeks. We, I mean the United States of America. So that's where we are. But the violence factor is real. It's real. And it's terrible. It depresses me to think about it, that we could live in a country where violence can affect what's right. But I think if the Trump administration comes up with something massive, and the only thing that could really be that is if the Georgia recount vote tomorrow night, midnight Wednesday, flips it to Donald Trump. Then we have a not whole new ball game, but extra innings. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. As you all know, the dollar is at a 10-year low, and November could spell real trouble. That's why I recommend you consider physical gold and silver, and the only company I do business with in this area is American Hartford Gold. You can call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you a free gold coin on your first qualified order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold's up over 40%, silver over 60%. So please don't wait. Call them now. 877-444-GOLD Gold. 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532.